It's WarCraft Day. Greetings everybody, this is Stormy with the CapitalZ coming back at you with another replay request. This is going to be a replay request once again by MoFaD, who is spawning on the top right as the green orc player. Yes, you have it correct. MoFaD is once again using orc. He's going to be spawning on the top right, green orc. He will be facing up against a popular known player known as W3pHurricane, and this is actually going to be a test for his toothpick army. Now, he's been liking the toothpick army as of late, using headhunters, and that's exactly what he seems to be going in for with this build right now, where you drop the war mill first, burrow second. Next one is going to be the altar. Hero is a bit late in this build because of this, and oh, I was wrong. Next is the barracks, and now will be the altar. So heroes are a bit late in this particular build because of that reason there, and you get a bit of you get some wood at the early get go. This is one of the altar. There we go. W3pHurricane is gonna go in for, what's the hero? Demon Hunter. Okay, let's see how that works out. None of the players have done any scouting just yet. W3pHurricane only just heading out his whisk towards the other side of the map to detect what is cooking, and as soon as he sees what is cooking, he's gonna have to be a bit alarmed and gonna have to prepare himself for the inevitable. Concealed Hill is the map. We already cast the last game on Concealed Hill, so it feels a bit very familiar to what's going on. MoFaD did spawn on the top right in that one as well. So everything's kind of where it was.
Player's forces are under attack.
Another burrow, and where's the wisp? Yeah, there's the wisp. Creeping has begun for Hurricane. Concealed Hill, of course, has natural expansion for each player, which is easily defendable and not too easy to creep, but easily defendable. The contested gold mine in the middle, usually contested for the creep camp than the gold mine, and one of my favorite features from the game, which we don't really see a lot, the Fountain of Health, which is available to each player with a red camp to deal with, and that's also going to give you like a mega item. Keep calling in things like mega item. I don't really take the time to actually go to Liquidpedia or some page and see what is actually called, like if it's called an artifact or if it's called something else. As Hurricane, okay, that was intentional. For a moment I thought he didn't want to go there, but accidentally bumped into the creeps, but that's not the case. He's already creeping his second camp out. He already crept out like an orange camp, and you don't really have your hero out just yet on the side of MoFaD, so this is something you want to consider. And I like how MoFaD is actually doing it the way that you do it for Fiends when you play the Fiend build in Undead. Already deal some damage on the opponent on the creeps there, and then get your hero out to kill it with the last hit or something. Hurricane level 2, Demon Hunter there. MoFaD still at level 1, of course. He only just began creeping. Tier 2 coming in from MoFaD, and he already has begun with his army for headhunters. Hurricane has his wisp planted a nice location there. Should be able to see something, some sort of a movement go on the mini map with that wisp planted there. That minimum vision that you get from planting in towards trees like that. Currently, we have a big creep fest going on among both of the players. Both of them have agreed for a ceasefire, it appears. They will not engage with each other just yet, but Hurricane will keep an eye on MoFaD by keeping his wisp nearby, and this time he has the wisp nearby the expansion just to know if MoFaD will be expanding early on. Endurance Aura, of course, will be helping out the DPS. More and more headhunters coming in. As MoFaD goes to take on this Goblin Merchant camp, Hurricane is doing it the same on his side. And if you think about it now, MoFaD, despite of having the late hero, is having almost as much as experience as Hurricane had. So despite of having an early hero, if you don't really have an advantage and edge over your opponent, your early hero really doesn't matter. Maybe Idle players would come up with a different type of build sooner or later where their heroes are a bit late, just like Undead always had, just like humans have discovered lately with Pally rifle, and just like orcs are doing it with the Thorn Chieftain Headhunter right now. They also, yeah, the Headhunter, Thorn Chieftain likely. You don't want to do it with the Farseer in my opinion. If you want to do it with Farseer needs to be out real quick. It's more of a harassment based hero. It appears to me that Hurricane is going to pick up a Tavern hero. This is kind of signifying that I think Hurricane is going in for Druid of the Talons. We're gonna have the Beastmaster in my opinion, and no, we're gonna have the Panda incoming, and I think Panda's a pretty good selection against Headhunters. The conical Breath of Fire is actually pretty good. Going in with Drunken Haze, he can actually burn out so many units there. And the Hurricane, I don't know what's he up to. Had the Demon Hunter go to the other side. I guess the Demon Hunter was going in for harassment, while the Panda will go in for creeping. That was Hurricane's idea, but he detected MoFaD right next to his base and then tried to get his Demon Hunter back. Sentry ward for MoFaD, so MoFaD knows that Hurricane is nearby, and that's why he is choosing to go away. Not engaging just yet. Doesn't really want any kind of engagement just yet, I guess. Needs tier 3, needs his stuff down, and this time he's gonna go in for Spirit Lodge. So probably, well, maybe not probably, but I would rather root for Bloodlust. It just looks good and adds on to your DPS in such a good way. Headhunters with the upgrade into Berserkers first, then your attack upgrades, then the Endurance Aura, then their ability, Berserk ability that you get by turning them into Berserkers, then Bloodlust. So that's a lot. Like, you got so much increase in the DPS with that. Hurricane picking himself up a Shredder, Defiled, the Wild for some reason, even despite of being an idle fan. I was wrong. I had a strong feeling that Hurricane would go in for Druid of the Talons, but that doesn't seem to be the case. He is going in for Bears, as he goes in for the contested gold mine in the middle, and he's gonna use the Shredder in the fight. Gonna lose the Archer, sadly. We'll lose the Archer there, sadly, and we're gonna have to could have drawn aggro, but it's okay. Gotta be careful now with that big fat Ogre Lord. Tome of Agility gonna be useful for Demon Hunter probably, and oh no! I did not expect that to happen. I don't think that should have happened. He lost his Ancient of War. Even though it was cannon fodder or whatever, you don't really want to lose it. And Demon are going in for Immolation? What the hell? No, no, no! My mistake! Demon are about to get killed. Oh my god, Hurricane, what are you doing, man? Seriously, why do you want to get your Demon to like 10 HP? So for a moment I was like, the Demon Hunter got Immolation, but no, he got Cloak of Flame. Demon Hunter got himself a lovely Cloak of Flame, and I think this is the answer to Headhunters. As MoFaD just got himself level 4 on the Thorn Chieftain and got a lovely item there, Pendant of Energy. Yikes! Headhunters right now, as you can see, aren't really dealing too much damage, but once you get them into Berserkers, when you get some upgrades and stuff, they're gonna be able to tear everything apart. And pretty good item, Belt of Giant. MoFaD getting really good drops, like really good drops. On the other side, Hurricane, I wouldn't say he has like the worst things ever. He needs to actually go and creep that camp out before MoFaD does so. Keeping red camps out is just something that you really want to think about. Red camps give you these items, experience is a matter, gold is a matter, and oh, gonna have to run away. Don't really want engagement yet. Speed scroll, and Hurricane using the TP to get the hell out of there, but not before he loses 2 archers. MoFaD thinking quickly, targeting the archers down with a good position that he had against Hurricane's army. Hurricane definitely didn't have enough of an army to face off against MoFaD at that point of time. Okay, Druid of the Claws. This has to work. Druid of the Claws are strong melee, like super strong melee. Panda is currently sitting at almost level 3. Drunken Haze going down. Breath of Fire, baby, going down. Will this be the answer to the headhunters? Will this be the answer to the two-pick army? Only time will tell. As MoFaD now will disengage, perhaps go in for some creeping. He does have like okay, doesn't have the sentry ward anymore. It timed out. Berserk upgrade coming in, and some attack upgrades coming in as well, and Bloodlust coming in. So MoFaD getting everything he wants to, everything he needs to get. And it appears to me that MoFaD is gonna stick to a 50-foot army for the time being at least. I don't see the extra burrow being dropped either. So this is gonna be the situation. MoFaD is gonna stick to a 50-foot army. Let's see if a 50-foot army of headhunters, or rather berserkers, can actually do what it's meant to. And oh, Drunken Haze going down, but no Breath of Fire just yet. Oh no, he lost the mana. I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't even know that was possible. He lost the mana to use the Breath of Fire, but he got stunned right before the animation could go off. So he basically loses it. So something like you could lose, and there we go, Breath of Fire now going down. Something similar to what you would actually lose while trying to cast a Flame Strike and then get stunned before the animation actually goes off. So somewhat of a similar situation there. And wow, Hurricane gonna kill his own archer. Deny experience to opponent, I guess, or well, you're gonna need a 2 food space there. You're gonna need that. Getting more and more bears, and I think bears will be the counter to headhunters or berserkers as MoFaD gets more and more stuff going in. Somebody go and get that red camp up there. Somebody go and get it before your opponent does. Level 4 on that demon hunter for Hurricane, and Hurricane is currently staggering in the unit count department. He does not have a lot of units at his disposal right now, and that's something bad really if you think about it, because your opponent has a mass of headhunters, so they're gonna be in a situation. Berserker gonna make short work of that single wisp that he detected over there, and Hurricane goes in for the red camp now. What's gonna be the item? What is going to be the item? I'm very curious to see this. MoFaD breaking upkeep probably? No, he hasn't. He's planning to, but looking at the army, one would actually assume that this is broken upkeep, but that isn't. He's about to, but he isn't there just yet. Alright, what's the item? Rune Bracer? Nope, not gonna be useful at all. It's gonna give you like 33 less damage from War Stomp. Really, I mean, the main the use of War Stomp is really just the stun. The damage is just complementary that comes in the War Stomp. And look at that damage! They just took out a Moonwell like it was nothing. And now Hurricane TPing in, but I don't know, man. If I were Hurricane, I'd be scared a bit. Looking at that many headhunters. Got 4 bears, but are they gonna be enough? Mana burn going down, and oh, 1 War Stomp wasted. Some damage going down on the Druid of Claw. Hurricane using the staff to TP it back. Big mana burn combination of Breath of Fire and Drunken Haze going down. We need more of those though. We need more from where that came from, and we need it right now to take out those headhunters. The DP is gonna be amazing. If bear is going in, bear is gonna attack, and look at the damage on that bear, man. I think they just 3-shot that bear. And as soon as you engage, as soon as Hurricane got towards the back line and started to tear apart those headhunters, or rather berserkers, MoFaD TP'd away, and that was a good decision by MoFaD. But you just have this situation for Hurricane where each time he gets to the backline, MoFaD is just gonna TP away, and you need like equal number of units there. Well, not equal, but you definitely need more units. Hurricane will have to break upkeep to fight the 50-foot army of MoFaD. Which by the way, MoFaD is gonna break the upkeep anytime soon. He already has the capacity to do so, and he likely would. And what the hell do we have here? Hurricane putting down an expansion at the natural for MoFaD. MoFaD will be a bit livid when he discovers that. The map is devoid of creep camps, so no more creep camps on the map anymore. both players are gonna have to engage in eternal war. I'll just let the Shredder die right now because you got like 2k gold. So if you kill the Shredder off, then you can use that food count to stay below 50 food and also get next to a bear. But I mean, yeah, I mean, Shredder is becoming a liability to Hurricane than it's an asset because he's got like 2k, about 3k gold almost, by the way. But what the hell is that 3k lumber, sorry, and what the hell is that lumber even gonna be useful for? He can't use it. Now finally breaking upkeep, but he only breaking upkeep with like 1 unit. Makes no sense. Okay, 1 unit is actually the Wisp. Perhaps having the Wisp nearby would be better. Okay, I'm a bit surprised that MoFaD didn't scout out his own expansion to check up what's cooking. And I mean, both of the players right now are... Yeah, I mean, this ceasefire is going on. This is something that we saw in last game as well. And I believe this will turn out better only for one side than the other. So which means that the other side should actually concentrate on more engagements. Bears going in, and look at the damage that the bears are going to be doing to these. Roar going down. There we go. Breath of Fire. Just a Breath of Fire though, no Drunken Hazard. We need Drunken Hazard as well to be able to have it effectively done. Come on, so get some Drunken Hazard and get that Demon Hunter into the fight. Get some Potion of Invulse on the Demon Hunter as well. Big fight going down. Some Headhunters getting murdered over there. So far I don't think we had a single bear casualty. Although the Thorn Chieftain taking so much damage. Level up on that. Brewmaster, we need Drunken Hazard. Breath of Fire, there we go. Thorn Chieftain almost gets taken out. Using the Potion of Invul there. Oh no, the back end of the back army of MoFaD almost getting taken out. MoFaD forced to use the TP there, but what does he have left to use now? MoFaD only got like 4 units that he TP'd in with, and the Headhunter army has fallen. Hurricane coming in with the counter to the Headhunter army as an idle player. And yeah, I mean, something that I mentioned earlier, I was like thinking about him going in for Talons, but Talons would have just died. Like, why would you go for Talons against trolls? Really, if you think about it, like, that would have been a bad decision if he did it, and he didn't. You would rather think, why would I say so? Yeah, I just thought about it. That was it. I just kind of thought about it, and oh, sorry about that. My stream still alive. Yeah, my stream still alive. MoFaD was on the stream as well. Toothpicks are OP. OPV and Night Elf seems like. Toothpicker is not OP. Okay, sorry, I didn't read it right. Toothpick is not OP versus Night Elf. Like, I mean, against a general Night Elf army, probably not. But against, I mean, it's really subjective. Like, you want to consider one thing here, MoFaD. You stayed below 50 food for the majority of the game. You got all the gold out of your gold mine, and you did not expand. You didn't check your own expansion. You could have expanded there. Even without the expansion, you could have broken upkeep. So it depends. It all comes down to the quality versus quantity formula again. And this time, the 50 food army against the 50 food army of Hurricane was neck and neck. Like, Hurricane did not like own you. Hurricane definitely had to put an effort to take down the Toothpicker's army. And suppose you had more of the Headhunters, a bit more Shamans on the backline perhaps, and you didn't use any static shield on the Thorn Chieftain either. Lightning shield, the Thorn Chieftain, send it into the fight. Just have it murder everything around. So yeah, you didn't do a couple of stuff. If you did a couple of stuff, then maybe the tide would have been in your favor, but you know, it's very explorable. Like, this is something that you really wanna do it again and again, and then you'll find out what's gonna happen. So currently, Hurricane is sitting at 66 food of an army. He got the bigger army. MoFaD will not stand against this. MoFaD will definitely fall because again, I mean, it was a neck and neck fight on a 50 versus 50, but right now this is just going to go in the opposite direction, and I don't really see this going in any other way. Bears going in. Bears trying to target the hero. What the hell, man? Hurricane, I don't know. It's targeting the Thorn Chieftain is the best idea. It's a freaking strength type hero. It's a freaking beefy as hell. Go after the back line, just murder the back line. The back line is super weak, and that's exactly they just had to like walk away, and MoFaD calls for the GG. Now I'm glad that you also give me games where you lose, the games which are good and all that, because this of course keeps the suspense in place, where people would just rather assume that, okay, so this guy probably won, that's why he sent his game for the cast. That's not the case here. People also want to send the games that they lost, so that that compensate for that, and you still have a moment there where we'll be wondering, okay, who's gonna win. We wanna have a situation like that when we watch a game. But that's gonna be all now. A lot of long discussions perhaps we had during this particular cast, and we're gonna end it right here. Once again, at 16 UTC we got Left 4 Dead 2 on CapitalZ co-op campaign nights. I was about to say extended, but that's not the name of that server anymore. On co-op campaign nights today we got Left 4 Dead 2, and we're gonna be rolling in with that. So that's gonna be all. Thank you Jockey, thank you MoFaD for joining me as always. I'm gonna be ending the recording right here, and I shall see you on the next episode of Warcraft Day.